All right, I'm going to call the Bellflower City Council meeting to order Monday, December 8th, 2025 at 5:30. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Coops?
Here.
Councilmember Morse?
Here.
Councilmember Sanchez? Mayor Pro Tem Santinas?
Here.
Mayor Dutton?
Here. Okay. Let the record reflect that we got word for Councilmember Sanchez that he's stuck in traffic and will be joining us shortly, I assume. Okay, item 3, closed session items. Mr. Smoot, you want to read them into the record?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The council recessed to closed session for 2 items, 3A and 3B, listed on the agenda: conference with real property negotiator and conference with real property negotiator, 2 separate properties as listed on the agenda.
I will need to recuse myself on both items. Property conflicts.
Okay, and I'm going to recuse myself from item 3B due to a property conflict on that one. Any other? Nope.
No, I'm going to stay with it.
Right. Let the record reflect that Councilmember Morris is recused on A and B and myself recused on item B. With that, we'll recess to closed session. I'm going to call the regular city council meeting to order Monday, December 8th, 2025 at 7 p.m. And let the record show we just we're reconvening from closed session to open session, and there was no reportable action. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Coops?
Here?
Councilmember Morse?
Here.
Councilmember Sanchez?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Santinas?
Here.
Mayor Dutton?
Here. Okay, may I have everybody rise for the invocation led by Councilmember Wendy Morris and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Jim DeLonga, our Director of Economic Development.
All right, shall we pray? Lord, we come before you with grateful hearts as we enter this holiday season. I lift up our residents. May their homes be filled with peace, comfort, and joy. Let this season bring moments of connection, hope, and renewed strength. I pray for our dedicated staff who serve with compassion each and every day. Bless them with rest, encouragement, and the joy that comes from knowing their work makes a difference. I also lift up my fellow council colleagues. Grant us unity, wisdom, and a spirit of peace as we continue to serve our community during this special time of year. Lord, I ask for your protection over our first responders and our military members serving near and far. Keep them safe, strengthen their families, and surround them with your covering as they protect and serve others. May your love guide us, your peace sustain us, and your joy fill our hearts. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please place your right hand over your heart, face the flag, and join with me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Smoot, next item, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the time set aside for the public to address the city council.
No, not that
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself.
You're on my
I'm
script.
off tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to kick this one to Myra for your reorganization.
Thank you. Nominations are now open for the office of Mayor of the City of Bellflower. Nominations do not require a second.
Okay. This is a reorganization meeting where we have the changing of the guard, so to speak. And the city clerk's going to conduct the nominations. The roll call following nominations will be taken in alphabetical order, so everybody knows that. And nominations are now open. I'd like to nominate Mayor Pro Tem Santa Inez as mayor.
Second.
Any other nominations? Not seeing any. There's no further nominations, and the nominations are closed. And when I call your That's not gonna do that, because we only have one.
I can do that for you, Mayor.
Okay.
Thank you. When I call your name, please state aye or no. Councilmember Dutton.
Aye.
Councilmember Coops.
Aye.
Councilmember Morse.
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Councilmember Santinas.
Aye.
Congratulations, Mayor Santinas.
Congratulations. Yeah. I think that was a landslide there.
And you may now conduct the nominations for the office of Mayor Pro Tem.
All right. Nominations are now open for the office of Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Bellflower. Nominations do not require a second. At this time, I'd like to nominate Council Member Victor Sanchez for Mayor Pro Tem.
I'll second the motion.
Any further nominations? There being none, nominations are closed. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Dutton.
Aye.
Councilmember Coops.
Aye.
Councilmember Morse.
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Mayor Santinas.
Aye. Congratulations, Mayor Pro Tem Victor Sanchez. All right, I guess you got a fan club here in this chamber. All right,
Want to swap seats now?
sure, okay.
That's what it'll get
Let's
sunny
do
over
that.
there.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I'll leave you next meeting.
Oh, next week, okay.
Oh, no.
Hey, come on over there. Take a whoopee cushion.
You earned it.
Back with you.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Thank you, thank you. All right,
Pass this to
that's, oh, done, okay.
Dutton.
Ray? That's your name, okay. All right, good evening, Bellflower. Thank you so much for attending tonight's meeting. Congratulations, Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez. Sounds good, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. First of all, thank you for my colleague, City Council, for your trust in me serving again as mayor of the great city. I thank our staff for doing a lot of the work for the City Council. I thank my family for their continuing support, my friends, and the residents of Bellflower. And most importantly, I want to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Denton. Thank you so much, Ray, for your leadership last year, or this year, 2025. You've been a great leader of the city. And we will honor Ray as outgoing mayor on January 26th. That's the appropriate opportunity for us to honor Ray as outgoing mayor. I just want to say that I love local government right off the bat. We change mayorship here every year, and we don't change directions. We row in the same direction. Unlike the federal government, when there's change in administration, the first thing that they do is undo what was done the previous administration. We don't do it here. We row in the same direction. And I can say that thanks again to Mayor Danton, this year we embarked on a very strategic plan, first in many, many years, which will enhance our public safety, improve on our communication, our public outreach, and we will continue to invest in high-performing staff to make sure that the residents get the best service that they can deserve. We'll also continue to improve the quality of life in our city and our visual appeal, and also strengthen our economic development. So these are the goals that will guide us in many years to come. I just want to kind of emphasize that when we change guards every year, we continue, we build on what was the success of the previous year. That's why the city is becoming greater and greater, better and better every year. Because again, we don't undo what was done previously. We make it better the next year, and the next year, and the next year. And that's what our residents deserve, and that's what our resident we will get from the city council. For this coming year, I just want to mention a few things that will be my wish list to staff, or our wish list to staff. First of all, under the leadership of Mayor Danton, we started the Station JPA, which is a joint powers authority between the cities of Bellflower, Lakewood, and Paramount. This is a big deal because we're addressing public safety in the three cities. We are working with the other cities to make sure that we deliver the best public safety service in our community. This JPA will be augmenting the services provided by our Sheriff's Department. As you know, these days, not a lot of men and women are joining the Sheriff's Department. But our crimes continue. The quality of life suffers in the city. So we're addressing those issues. So we need to be very creative. And this is one of the things that we started this year, working again with two other cities to make sure we deliver the best public safety service in our community. We will continue to work on our traffic safety enforcement. That's hiring additional staff to make sure that violators are cited. And we would like to work on addressing animal control because we've not been very pleased with Southeast animal control in the city of Bellflower and the neighboring cities. For public works, again, under the leadership of Mayor Danton, we had the groundbreaking ceremony and the start of the construction of the Oak Center. We will try to finish that the next year, 2026. And this is a big deal for our residents, especially for the youth and seniors. The Oak Center is our youth and senior center. Starting the new year, we will resurface along the boulevard from Bellflower Boulevard all the way to the Paramount border. And after the construction of the Oak Center, we will embark on the construction of the water capture project under Sims Park, similar to what we had at Carruthers Park. The best part of this deal is being paid for by Caltrans, not by the city. And of course, again, under the leadership of Mayor Danton, we adopted the first ever urban forest master plan. This is very, it's music to my ears. As a gardener, I love trees. So the urban master plan is our, I would say, the plan that will guide us in growing, in maintaining and protecting trees and open space in the city of Bellflower. And of course, my last wish for Public Works is Tree City USA. It's not about the awards. Tree City USA is a designation given to cities who has a department that is assigned to maintain trees, take care of trees. It spends at least $2 per capita for trees in the city, and also celebrate Arbor Day and things like that. So it's not about the award, it's about a measurement of the success and commitment of the city. You will be surprised that a month ago, we were supposed to have a free mulch distribution. I got so many calls complaining about the mulch distribution being canceled. So I told no, it wasn't canceled. It was postponed because of the rain. And I told them they want to get hurt while collecting the mulch during the rain. So there was no more complaint after that. And a few weeks later, they got their mulch. So I know that Bellflower residents love gardening. So you're going to get that. And thanks to our partner, CRNR, we're now distributing mulch. Instead of twice a year, starting this year, it's 4 times a year. So they get at least 2 bags of mulch every quarter. For planning, we will improve our system to allow for online permitting process. And also we'll continue to work on the Arts District along Clark Avenue. For economic development, we'll finalize the plans for the properties that were acquired by the city. We need to do something about those properties. In our city, we're so fortunate that our city was able to purchase properties in strategic locations, especially along downtown. And Parks and Recreation. Last year, 2024, under the leadership of Mayor Coops, we adopted the Parks Master Plan. This is a big deal again. This will guide us in terms of how parks are going to be developed, where we develop, what kind of programming will be offered to our residents. And of course, they'll be getting ready to program for the Oak Center once it's completed by the end of next year. And also, at the last meeting, first time I heard about this, to the grant from the Rotary Club, we will be opening a dog park at Carruthers Park. So there'll be a section of Carruthers Park that will be designated as a dog park. And of course, we can continue to work to complete the reconstruction, renovation of the Constitution Park. And I was told that sometime in the very near future, the new Brim truck van will be in operation. Also, my wish for the for Parks and Rec is, can we celebrate Earth Day in our city of Bellflower? And I would propose celebrating Earth Day at the Butterfly Garden. And finally, Finance Department will be moving into the 21st century. We'll be modernizing our finance department in terms of the system that they use. So again, I want to thank Mayor Danton for his leadership. We are not done yet. Every year, we'll build on something. We'll make the city of Bellflower better and better every year. And that's our goal as a city council. And our residents are very fortunate that our city council is working together very cohesively. We don't get 5-0 votes all the time, but sometimes we agree to disagree. But for the most part, it's 4-0 and 5-0 and 4-1, and that's a good manifestation. Especially if you are a developer and you want to come to the city of Bellflower, you want to have a stable city council, not a 3-2 council that changes depending on the direction of the wind. The direction of the city could change. So, being a solid city, developers are coming to our city, and we're getting more quality developments. And so, hold on to your seats. There are more things to come, and we will continue to grow. And God bless Bellflower. All right, at this time, I'd like to invite our newly elected Mayor Pro Tem for his comments. Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez, again, it sounds really good.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First off, I'd like to say that I'm going to have to get used to this side of the room. I'm used to looking in one direction and seeing everyone, so now I got to remember you're to my right side, Councilmember Coops. But I'd like to start off by first off thanking the residents of Bellflower for allowing me to serve my hometown, where I was born, where I was raised, where I attended schools, and it's been an honor to not only been elected once but twice now. And so I just want to thank you for that trust that you've entrusted me with, and I take it seriously, and I do the best that I can. So thank you to the residents. And then I want to thank my colleagues, of course. I want to start off by thanking immediate past Mayor Dutton for his leadership, for his vision, for all that he has done. this last year and for all his time on this council that he has done. He has led, like many others here on this council, including the two individuals to my left and my right, who have been serving and ensuring that Bellflower came back to a place where it deserves to be, a place where it's continuously growing, developing, and improving the quality of life for our residents, where they can live, work, and play. There's been tremendous progress over their leadership tenure, and there's more to come, and that's what's exciting. As the mayor has spoken, we may disagree here every now and then, but the overall goal is to serve the residents of Bellflower and to improve the quality of life that you will have in Bellflower. And so with that, I look forward to supporting the mayor's goals and the vision of the mayor this coming year. I look forward to working closely with you, Mayor Sonny Santinez, in this coming year as well as the rest of my colleagues. I want to then thank staff. Staff, you work tremendously throughout the year, 24/7. Some of you are seen more by others, but we know how hard you work, and I don't take that for granted. I thank our city manager, I thank our city attorney and our city clerk and the leaders of every department for all the work that you're doing, including the men and women that are serving in the trenches every day, whether it's our public works teams or our economic development teams who are out there representing us every day. So just want to say thank you to your effort and your love for this city. I know it's not always easy, and I know that there's late nights and that there's early mornings and that there's weekends involved. So just thank you. I want to thank my family, my parents, my brothers, my friends who are part of my family. I see the Berkeley, the Maple gang over there. I see some that don't live on Maple, but they should live on Maple. The Applings. I see the Berkeys. So I just want to thank you for your friendship, your leadership in the community as well. You are leaders as a business owner and as a director of a nonprofit that you've served this community for many years, and also as a planning commissioner. Just want to thank you for all that you do. And last but not least, I would be remiss if I did not thank my wife. My wife and my kids. I meant to say this earlier. I think my colleagues understand the time of my life that I'm in as a young parent with 3 boys, work, and everything else. It's not always easy. And they support me. And they support me being on this council, and they support and understand the difficulties. They were there once. They were, obviously they're still parents, but they were parents of young children at one point. And I just know my wife handles the fort at home, and I couldn't be here or do what I do without my wife. My wife, Susie, over there. Susie Din Sanchez, thank you, honey. Thank you for allowing me to serve our community. Thank you for being the backbone of the house. And thank you to my children who will one day understand why. Sorry. One day they will understand why I wasn't always at everything. It's because either there's work or there's counsel or some other kind of a thing that's happening. I don't make it. I don't take it lightly. But I am blessed with this opportunity, and I hope that I can make them proud of the man that I try to be every single day. And with that, I know that I'm the one holding us between finishing this meeting and concluding and heading on to celebrating our new mayor. So thank you again to my colleagues, and thank you to the city of Bellflower for your support.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez. Councilmember Coops, any comments at this time?
No, I want to also let you guys all know how much I appreciate the leadership that Ray did this past year. Been mayor 5 times, so he's figured it out now. And
A lot of practice.
Sonny's fourth time. He's learning. And it's an honor to serve with this group. You know, there have not always been councils that had the ability to agree and disagree and still respect each other. And so to have a council that is proactive and sensitive to the community and respectful of the community is very important. I wouldn't serve if I had to come up here and have discussions in a detrimental way with the council. It wouldn't be any fun. But we serve together, and you can see the results in our community, how we've improved. And that's going to, as stated by our new mayor, that's going to continue. We've got new buildings going up. We've got new trees going in. We've got new technology for accounting and for planning. There are so many facets of this community. And I'll be honest with you, when we got on the council originally, which is several years ago, it took us 6 or 8 years just to get our bearings, just to find out what we needed to do to improve what we had. And now we've hit our stride, and that's why we're so proud of what we've accomplished and want to continue to work together to make Bellflower not the place that people say, oh, just go live in Bellflower because they don't care. We want to be held on the same standards as Cerritos and Lakewood and Downey, all the great cities around us. We don't want to be thought of any less. We want to be equal to or greater than. And this council is going to make that happen. So I appreciate it, and I want to congratulate you, Victor. And I know you do a great job. And stay close to Sonny because he takes this job very, very serious. And I said this morning we were at a luncheon, Sonny doesn't miss anything. And if you're on Facebook, you'll see he's got his picture on every page. And he had on a different suit this morning at the thing. It had a gray suit on. He comes in with a black one. I says, Sonny, why don't you change your suit? He said, well, I got to look different for the different Facebook pages. You know, and I said this morning, if they were serving coffee cake in Santa Barbara at 4 o'clock in the morning, he'd be there. But he does a great job, and he's going to have a great year. And just stay healthy, and we'll be with you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Councilmember Coops. Councilmember Morse.
I'll keep mine short. First, congratulations, Sonny, Mayor Sonny Santinez, and Victor. Congratulations, Mayor Pro Tem Victor Sanchez. I'm new here. For Ray, thank you for your mentoring, your leadership skills this last year. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. For all of you, you guys all lift me up. You help encourage me. You help guide me, and I really appreciate it. And that's really, I just congratulations and thank you guys again. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Wendy. Now, immediate past Mayor Ray Denton.
Mayor Emeritus.
Mayor Emeritus. Mayor
I don't know, all this niceness up here, I think we need a 3-2 vote later tonight. Which would be highly unusual.
No.
As the mayor stated, he said it multiple times, under the mayor's watch. Well, the mayor's watch isn't nothing without this team here. And I want to thank every one of you. It wouldn't be the mayor's watch without you. Thank you very much for supporting me. And I'm just going to keep it short. That's it.
All right. Thank you. All right. There are no city council announcements tonight. I think we made the announcements already.
Yep.
Public comments. Mr. Smoot.
Now is the time. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the time set aside for the public to address the city council on matters not listed on the agenda. Anyone wishing to address the city council should come to the podium, be recognized by the mayor, and state your name for the record. If you wish to address the city council on an agenda item, you may do so you may do so by approaching the podium as we review that particular item, and you'll be given 3 minutes to address the city council.
All right. This is your opportunity to speak about any item that's not on the agenda. Please sign in and state your name very clearly for the city clerk's benefit.
Hello, Council. I hope everyone is doing well today. I just wanted to come up here and talk about something that happened about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I live on Woodruff. I'm a resident of District 2, and about 2 to 3 weeks ago, one of my neighbors was killed in a hit and run. And this is not the first resident to have passed away on Woodruff Avenue recently, especially right there on the intersection of Alondra and Woodruff. I guess I just wanted to come up here and ask, is there anything that can be done so that I don't have to hear my neighbors die in car accidents? And I understand Woodruff is a very busy avenue. I get that 100%. I just wonder if there's any traffic studies that can be done or anything that can be implemented so that I don't have to worry about whether or not the accident I just heard outside of my window was fatal or not. My neighbor who passed away was a resident of the Woodruff Care Home Apartments right there. He would constantly push his wife down the street. She was in a wheelchair. And yeah, he passed away in a hit and run. And I just want to know, or I want to ask if there's anything that can be done so that I do not have to hear my neighbors die anymore. He was a member of the community. I would see him every single day, and every single time I would drive outside of my apartments, I would look out because I knew he was there pushing his wife. And I know the goal of, like, we're on, like, Bellflower's on the map, y'all know, like, there's people coming in and out all the time, and I'm like, I know that it's a high traffic area, especially Woodruff and Alondra, especially Woodruff, period. Such a long street, there's no really crosswalks until you get to Woodruff and Alondra, all the way to Woodruff and Flora Vista. That's kind of a long intersection. There is a liquor store across the street that some people may feel inclined to jaywalk on, and I'm like, I do hope that maybe there's like a crosswalk, one of those little ones where you can like press the button and the light comes on, and maybe it'll like let drivers know that there is people crossing the street and there's not a lot of lights on there. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up today because I don't want to hear my neighbors dying on a car accident anymore or getting their property damaged in a car accident, because I know property is very important. So thank you, guys. And also, I just wanted to say, in the last 15 seconds I have, congrats, Mayor and Mayor Pro Temp. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you for your comment. We are aware of that situation, and it's very unfortunate, but it's in our radar, and staff is doing some studies on that area. Okay. Thank you.
Hello, how you doing?
Good evening.
Hi, my name is Miguel Casillas, and congratulations to you all on your new positions, and may God continue to bless you with health and prosperity. Okay. I am a resident and homeowner here and business owner in the city of Bellflower. I was born in the city of Bellflower. I've been here since 1981. Got the opportunity to go to all the schools here, Bellflower Buccaneer and also in Cerritos. I'm here to address an issue that has become out of control. On Dunrobin, at some point our street has become now a drag strip for vehicles, and it's become unsafe. Vehicles are traveling at a speed of over 70 miles an hour, and they're blowing past the stop sign of our corner on Bellfair. And it's become ridiculous. The reason I'm here tonight is not to throw anybody under the bus, but it's the process and procedure and the lack of communication between the Lakewood Sheriff's Department and the Bellflower substation. That's the problem. That's the disconnect. When I contact the Lakewood Sheriffs, they say, hey, it's not our problem. We can't put a unit on there to give out tickets. Call Bellflower substation. Bellflower substation says, hey, we've been instructed for you to call Lakewood Sheriffs. And it wasn't like that before. A few years back, you guys know how our city's been. You guys have done a tremendous job to keep it where it's at. And I'm a resident that's here to keep it polished. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm going to continue to fight for our elderly people that have the right to walk on our city blocks, walk their children, and not have to worry that someone's going to hit them. Addressing what matter the young lady in the past has had, we had a high vehicle impact on Rosecrans last year. Someone died. We also had another person killed on Woodruff as well.
Yesterday, between 2 and 4, I'm gardening in front of my property, watching my neighbor's little 5-year-old daughter, maybe 30 pounds, 3 feet tall, blowing leaves. This guy barreling from St. John Bosco at the beginning by the center field, comes down, I can hear a supercharger coming all the way down, probably about 80 to 90. We all got it on video. Had no idea that this little girl was right near the curb blowing leaves. The guy blows through the stop sign, okay? A couple feet from her. That's why I'm here, because I'm tired of it. So what I decided to do, like all of us neighbors, was to document the vehicle that actually went to the block around the corner. And to keep that information to provide for law enforcement, which in the past they've went and knocked on these doors of these types of people. And this is our issue. I'm addressing it with you, and I hope I can work alongside you with anything you need. And again, I thank you for your time.
All right, thank you for your comments. Is Sergeant Ferguson here, Brian?
Outside there. Yeah, there he is.
Okay.
He's coming.
You
He's
can
coming.
speak with Sergeant Ferguson. He's out there. Sir? Yes,
Right
at this
now.
time, right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, he hears everything goes on. There's a speaker out there, so he's kind of.
All right, thank you.
He's teed up.
All right, anyone else?
Yeah, over there in the executive track.
Hello there, my name is Fred Taylor.
Hi, Fred.
Hi, and I just hadn't planned to say anything tonight, but I just want to say how happy I am to see Victor sitting in that chair after he was skipped over last time. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? All right, there being none, we're moving on. Item 12A, Mr. Smoot.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to hand this one off to Brian. This is consideration and possible action to conduct the annual public hearing to consider whether the 5% utility users tax should continue in effect or be modified or repealed. Brian, it's all yours.
All right, Brian.
Thank you, Mr. Smoot. Mr. Mayor, congratulations.
Thank you.
Members of the City Council. This evening, I'll be doing our annual presentation on our utility users tax, and the decision for the council is to decide whether to continue as is, modified, or to have it revoked.
Yeah.
Quick backstory, the utility users tax, UUT for short, was first approved by the voters in Bellflower in 1993. The first actual revenue collecting year was fiscal year 94-95. The UUT is a 5% tax, which is charged to telephone services, which includes cell phone usage, electricity, and natural gas services here in the city. And as I alluded to earlier, ordinance number 818 requires that the City Council conducts a yearly public hearing in December of each year to decide whether or not to continue, amend, or repeal the UUT. What you see on the screen and was also included within the staff report is probably a very similar or very recognizable graph, which we've used in many, many years. Loosely go over what each of the lines mean. The green line, which you have, is showing the actual revenue collected for each of the fiscal years from 94-95 to this past year, 24-25. The pink or purple line in the middle there is what the revenue could be if you were to account for inflation or CPI. And the blue line at the top is if you were to account for CPI and a population growth within Bellflower over that same 20-year time period. If we're looking at specifically for the revenue collection for fiscal year 24-25, the actual was $3.8 million and some change, which is a 2.6% increase from fiscal year 23-24. So we're slightly kicking it back up. And expected revenue for fiscal year 25-26, which is what we're in right now, is projected to be approximately $4 million. And as a quick breakdown as to what of that $3.8 million that was collected, approximately 74% of that was from the taxes accrued under the electricity component, 13% from gas, and 13% as well from telecom. On the screen is yet again probably another very familiar chart which we utilize fairly often. This is our Part 1 crime rates going back to when the utility user tax was first starting to be collected in fiscal year 94, 95. It shows where we were with crime rates and where we are today. If we look, I got the specific numbers for us just so we can kind of compare this. In not fiscal year, but calendar year 1994, the Part 1 crime rate was 694.2, and the projected crime rate for 2025, as we still have the remainder of this month to go, is 249.4, which is, again, is a projection. Looking over that 21-year time period, that was an overall 64% reduction in crime. And the reason I bring this up is the majority of UUT revenue goes to help contribute towards the public safety and community policing program, which the city utilizes. Now, by no means does it pay for the whole thing, but we strategically utilize it to pay for certain components of our public safety program, specifically the contract with the Sheriff's Department, is what we use the UUT revenue that we get for public safety and is what we're utilizing it for. And as you can see, we've had a good task of reducing crime within the city since that tax was being collected. So I just wanted to paint that picture of what we're utilizing that tax revenue for. As is consistent with previous years, we have gone to the Public Safety Commission and provided them with the same information that's being brought to this board here and sought their recommendation as far as what they feel the City Council should do. So I took this item to the November 2025 meeting just last month, and it was a unanimous decision by the Public Safety Commission to recommend to the City Council to continue collecting the UUT without any changes being made. So with that brings me to staff's recommendation, which is to approve the continuance of the UUT and fund the community policing program with revenues generated from the UUT, or as council wishes, alternatively discuss and take other action related to this item. And Mr. Mayor, members of the council, that will conclude my presentation and open for questions.
Thank you, Brian, for your wonderful presentation. As you mentioned, for the benefit of the public, we need this funding because just think about this. If we don't have this funding, there's going to be more complaints like the gentleman who spoke at the meeting tonight. So we need this very badly. For the benefit of the public, do you remember the total budget for public safety?
We are just under 15 million.
15 million.
If we're looking at the Sheriff's Department contract, were you talking all of public safety?
All public safety.
All public safety, we're probably around 21 million.
This is 4 million out of 21 million, roughly.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Any questions for Mr. McNerney?
Here's a question for you. What's our total? What's the percentage of our total budget is public safety?
Oh boy,
about a third.
More.
Well,
More
public
than
safety is about 21 million.
Right, and I think our budget is what,
60
60,
million.
65?
Somewhere.
It's about one third. About one third. Yeah.
I think 1/3 is about
One
the same.
third. So I wanted the public to remember, we're doing 1/3 of all the money that we receive, we're spending for public safety. I mean, that gives you an idea of how many problems we have to try to cure and take care of. And if we didn't have what we could do with the city with that much more income on the positive side rather than the negative side. But I just thought when you brought up what it is that we spend, what does that compare to the entire budget? It's about a third. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Thank you, Councilmember Coops. Any other question? Okay, what's your pleasure?
Mr. Mayor, one question.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. Brian, Mr. McNerney, thank you for the presentation. This past year, past two cycles, we've approved technology to help us in our public safety efforts. Can you speak to if any of this funding is supporting that? And can you speak to what some of those efforts are? Just so a reminder to the general public of some of the things that we're currently actively pursuing that cities around us aren't.
Sure. So of the UUT collected, roughly 80% of it goes towards public safety efforts. More specifically, what we've utilized more recently, which one is already up and running, which is our shot spotter system. That is up and running as we speak. 2 square miles of the city has been covered with gunshot detection sensors, and that system went live just before Thanksgiving. And then the other project, which goes hand in hand with that, is our license plate reading project, where we're going to have an additional 40 ALPR cameras installed within the city. In addition to that, we have 12 installed already from a different system, which they'll be running side by side. And those cameras should be up and running by the end of this month. So those are the two larger technology aspects with public safety is being undertaken as we speak.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez. Any other question?
I just make a motion to open the public hearing.
All right,
I'll second that.
motion by Councilmember Danton, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez to open the public hearing. Without objection, that will be the order. Any comments from the public about this item 12A? Okay, here's our Public Safety Commissioner.
Hi, everybody. I'm Larry Wehage, Public Safety Commissioner, but also involved in a number of other things in the city. I just want to remind the public, Sheriff's Department, I believe, is down about 22%, as are a lot of other police departments. I remember back many years ago, we had 2 motor officers in the city, and they were phenomenal. One was the best motor officer in the entire county. And unfortunately, due to his retirement, in fact, both have retired, and we have not been able to replace them. And I'm just hoping that the city continues in their efforts to get at least one motor cop back. They can move a lot faster through traffic and solve some of the issues that we have that we've heard tonight. So I'm just hopeful that we can get back to that and get those motor cops out there, at least one, in as fast as we can. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Larry, in response to your question, we've asked the Sheriff's Department to provide us with motor cops, but unfortunately, there's no supply. There's no one going to the motorcycle training anymore. And if they do, some of them fail. So
I understand one of
so we're
our
trying.
applicants.
We're trying.
He didn't make it, but he became a sergeant. So hey, good for him. But you know what?
But we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying.
The squeaky wheel gets the oil. So let's stay after them. Thank you.
We will. All right. Thank you. Any other comments about this item on the agenda?
Not seeing any. I'll move. We close the public hearing.
There's a second.
I'll second, okay.
Motion by Councilmember Danton, seconded by Councilmember Morse, to close the public hearing, and without objection, that will be the order. All right. What is your pleasure?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the continuance of the UUT and fund the community policing program with the revenues generated by the UUT.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilmember Danton, seconded by Councilmember Morse, to take the recommendation from staff. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Dutton?
Aye.
Councilmember Coops?
Aye.
Councilmember Morse?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez?
Aye.
Mayor Santinez?
Aye. All right. There's no. Okay, we're moving on to consent calendar. There are no ordinances for consideration tonight. There's no consideration item. So we're moving on to the consent calendar. Does anyone have any conflicts?
No.
No conflicts? This is a record. Okay. Anyone who wants to pull an item?
Nope.
All right.
No apparent conflict.
No conflict?
No conflict.
No separate?
No, I'm off the hook tonight.
Okay. very good.
Move the calendar.
All right.
Second it.
Motion by Councilmember Danton, seconded by Councilmember Coops to approve the consent calendar. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Dutton?
Aye.
Councilmember Coops?
Aye.
Councilmember Morse?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez?
Aye.
Mayor Santinez?
Aye. All right, council reports. Mayor Emeritus Danton. I like the title. I like the title. Huh?
Thanks for all the nice things said tonight, for myself and all of us. It's nice to have dialogue that is very positive instead of all the negative stuff. We could live our in our daily lives. And with that, I enjoyed my year as mayor, and it wouldn't have been that successful. It wasn't before the team behind me, as my colleagues and staff. I don't want to leave staff out. As you all know, I've been up here a long time, and as Councilmember Coop said, when we got started early on, the city was not in very good shape, and it took a while to turn that around, and now it's pretty exciting being up here and be able to do the changes and things that you see every day, and then in what Mr. Coops alluded to, and we all allude to once in a while, of what's coming. And with that said, if everybody's noticed the Christmas decorations, and they are Christmas decorations out there throughout the city, and we kicked it up a notch as a team this year with our budget. We thought we'd go through it and just redo it and not just rubber stamp them anymore. As you can tell, everything's a little more sparkly, it's a little more cheerful, it's a little more merry, and there's a reason for that. We want to change the mood in this town, and I think it shows. And you just can't start decorating all at once. You got to kind of sit back, especially when you're doing a town. A lot of things were done, and then we're going to add to it again next year, next season. We've already budgeted for it, and so you'll see some changes next year, and we'll figure out what didn't work, what worked, and there's going to be a big change. And I'm glad we come to do something like that and celebrate the Christmas season. And with that, thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor Emeritus Denton. Councilmember Coops.
Yes. You know, I once had that title. I guess I'm not. I gave that up.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, we had a tremendous Friday night. We had our annual Christmas tree lighting affair, and we had more attendance there than we've ever had before. We always clock about 4,000 people. PJ tells me, I think we had 7,000 or 8,000 people there. Mm-hmm. It was well received. We had great weather. Santa was sober. It was cool. But if you were to piggyback a little bit on what Mayor Emeritus Dutton said, look at the decorations on Bellflower Boulevard. We said, let's do a little extra on the boulevard. We've got that great new parking structure, and we've got the fire museum, and that's our entry into town. And so we said to PJ and his team, buy some extra decorations, put them up. Well, that's great, he says, but I don't have any electricity. So we had to wire the thing to be able to receive the power to illuminate everything. But take a look. It was not that way before, and we're going to, like mentioned, we're building on that. And it used to be we rented decorations. We don't do that anymore. We buy our decorations. That way we can keep them and add to what we have. City Hall's got more on it than it's ever had before. We, of course, have our annual tree in the foyer there, which always looks great. But just take an objective look at what we've done in the city during the holiday season to make it better than it ever has been before. And I think you'll be surprised if you just kind of stand back and look at it and say, yeah, that is pretty cool. Neighboring cities are cutting back on that stuff, but we've had the ability to improve on that this year, and thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Coops. Councilmember Morse.
I just once again thank you, Ray, for your year. Congratulations, Sonny. Congratulations, Victor. And then it's just me and you, Dan.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, and Wendy's got it right. When Wendy's up here, he says, this is a new deal. We all had the luxury of serving on the Planning Commission. Every one of us served 4 to 8 years on the Planning Commission. Wendy didn't have that chance. Luxury. And so we make sure that she's informed of what's happening. In fact, when she does her prayer, she brings it to me and says, what do you think? Is this prayer okay? So,
oh, now I know.
Yeah. So we help each other and try to make each other look good, not embarrass anything. But thank you.
All right. Thank you, Wendy. Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez. I better get used to it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I did miss someone in the audience, Miss Baker, Miss Sheila Baker. Please wave. You're always over there in Cedar. Thank you always for your lovely text messages every day. They're always very inspirational. Appreciate you. with that, I do want to just thank PJ, congratulate PJ and his team. It was phenomenal Christmas tree lighting, great event. Looking forward to seeing how you guys raise the bar again next year, because you guys are doing great work there. So thank you. That's it.
All right, thank you. Just a couple of comments. Again, I want to piggyback on Parks and Rec. The Christmas tree lighting was phenomenal. One thing that I want to add is the stage much bigger. It's twice the space that we used to have. And the most important thing is the stage and the ramp is now owned by the city, so we don't even have to rent it. Looking back at I want to reminisce when I got into the city council a while back. The first thing in our first budget session, we were cutting back on the cost of running the city. That's when the employees went into furlough. That was a long time ago. And one of the more interesting thing was we need to reduce the temperature of the swimming pool at Thompson Park to save a lot of money. 2 degrees in the swimming pool water makes a big difference. So that's how poor we were many years ago. Now, fast forward, the city now, you should be very proud of our city. We're now buying properties. So it was a quite turnaround from being very poor now to being able to buy property. So it's a phenomenal work of the city council and staff to make it happen. So it didn't happen overnight. It took years from us to day by day make some changes, set direction, and here we can see the fruit of our labor. So thank you, staff, for working with the council to deliver what's best for our city. And also I want to thank the Soroptimist International Bellflower for their Christmas party tonight, and the rendition of the Bellflower School District ensemble was phenomenal. It was well attended, so thank you, Soroptimist. And also thanks to the Chamber of Commerce for last week's mingle. It was well attended. It's nice to see the business of Bellflower get together and mingle, especially in this time of the year. So with that, we will adjourn to the next regular meeting of the Bellflower City Council at 5:30 p.m. on Monday, January 12th. Just a reminder, we go dark the fourth Monday of December. So we will see you the second Monday of January. And if we don't see you between now and next year, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. The meeting is now adjourned.